This is Imran Khan. He used to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan and the most popular leader the country has ever had. Today, he sits in a small cell in Adiala Jail, 22 hours a day. No books, no TV, 2.5 years in solitary confinement. His sister has gone to court 11 times just to be allowed 20 minutes with him. The reason he is in there is that he would not let America use his country's air bases. I am going to show you how that is actually true. Stay to the end. This is the story of the most expensive no ever said. 3 years of solitary. A country set back a decade, and it started with a single sentence written down on a single piece of paper. Here is what Imran Khan was doing as Prime Minister that made America so angry. He was talking to everyone. He flew to Beijing and signed deals worth tens of billions of dollars. He kept Washington on the phone, but he made them wait. And on February 24th, 2022, the morning Russia invaded Ukraine, Imran Khan was already in Moscow. He had taken off at 6 in the morning. The tanks rolled while he was in the air. He landed. He shook Putin's hand. He smiled for the cameras. From Imran Khan's side, it was a small country finally talking to all three powers, Washington, Beijing, Moscow, without asking anyone's permission. From Washington's side, it was a betrayal. And 8 months before that, when an American journalist asked Imran Khan if Pakistan would let the United States use its air bases to keep an eye on Afghanistan, Imran Khan looked straight into the camera and said 2 words. Absolutely not. Those 2 words. The Moscow trip. Together, they were the end of him. Here is how I know. There is one thing you have to understand about Pakistan. The Prime Minister does not actually run the country. The army does. The army had made Imran Khan Prime Minister. The man at the top of that army was a general named Qamar Javed Bajwa. For 4 years, Bajwa called himself Imran Khan's partner. Then, a letter showed up. I want to read you the part that mattered. 3 sentences. A U.S. State Department official is having lunch with Pakistan's ambassador in Washington. The date is March 7th, 2022. The American is named Donald Liu. The ambassador is named Asad Majed Khan. After lunch, the ambassador goes back to his office and writes down what was said. He puts it in a diplomatic cable. The cable is marked I-0678. He sends it to Islamabad. Here's what the American said. These are his exact words, published in 2023 by The Intercept, and confirmed 2 weeks ago by Dropsite News. Liu said, I think if the no confidence vote against the Prime Minister succeeds, all will be forgiven in Washington, because the Russia visit is being looked at as a decision by the Prime Minister. Otherwise, I think it will be tough going ahead. 3 sentences. They told Pakistan, get rid of him or pay. Washington insists this was not a threat, not a conspiracy. You can decide for yourself. But the day after that lunch, Pakistan's opposition parties moved a no-confidence vote against Imran Khan. And the army that had spent 4 years calling itself his partner, the army that could have stopped the vote with one phone call, went quiet. On April 9th, 2022, Imran Khan was voted out. Stay with me, because here is where it stops being a story about him and starts being a story about every country that ever tried to say no. While the no confidence vote was being staged, here is what was happening at home for the general who chose not to stop it. In 2016, when Bajwa was made army chief, his wife had no declared assets. 0. By 2022, when he handed over command, her declared assets were 2.2 billion rupees. His daughter-in-law's? 0. In late October of 2018. 1.27 billion rupees by early November, 1 week before her wedding. In total, the Bajwa family's declared wealth grew by about $56 million during the 6 years he was army chief. The Pakistani reporter who broke the story had to flee Pakistan and live in the United States just to publish it. The government called the leak illegal. They did not say the numbers were wrong. Imran Khan, from his cell, says he knows exactly what that money was for. General Bajwa has never said a word about it in public. You can decide what you think. What came after the ouster was worse than the ouster. On May 9, 2023, Imran Khan was dragged out of a courthouse by paramilitary forces. His supporters poured into the streets. The army mass arrested thousands. The country went into a crackdown that has not ended. A year and a half later, November 2024, Imran Khan's supporters marched on Islamabad again. They wanted him out of jail. They got something else. Amnesty International went looking for the dead. So did Pakistan's own Human Rights Commission. Imran Khan's party counted 12 killed. The Guardian counted 17 civilian deaths from police and paramilitary gunfire. The government said 0. They said the security forces had not been carrying live ammunition. They said the hospitals had received no bodies. When a Pakistani fact-check team went looking for the doctors who would have treated the wounded, most of them either denied the deaths or said they had been ordered into silence. No investigation came. Then came the election, February 2024. Imran Khan was in prison. His party had been stripped of its election symbol. Symbols matter in Pakistan because that is how a voter finds their candidate on the ballot. So Imran Khan's people had to run as independents. No symbol, no party, just names on a list. You walked into the booth. You looked at a list of nobodies. You tried to guess which nobody was Imran Khan's man. Most people guessed right. Even with Imran Khan in jail. Even with his party erased from the ballot. His candidates won the most seats. Pakistan's voters said one thing. The system delivered another. Here is where Imran Khan is right now. Adiala Jail. 2 years and 4 months in solitary confinement. And that is not Imran Khan's lawyers saying it. That is the Pakistan Supreme Court's own court-appointed legal expert. 22 hours a day. No books, no TV. His sister Alima has gone to court 11 times to be allowed 20 minutes with her brother. His wife, Bushra Bibi, is in the same prison. Imran Khan's eyes are failing. As of February, he had lost 85% of the vision in his right eye because the treatment he needed since last October never came. His sons took it to the United Nations. In December 2025, the UN's Human Rights Office said it. Quote, Imran Khan's solitary confinement and inhumane detention conditions must end. Pakistan ignored them. So, who is holding the key to that cell? His name is Asim Munir. In 2019, when Imran Khan was Prime Minister, Imran Khan fired him, pushed him out of his job, running Pakistan's intelligence service. 3 years later, 2 weeks after Bajwa retired, Munir was given Bajwa's old job. The man Imran Khan had fired was now running the army. Last year, Munir promoted himself to Field Marshal. Pakistan has not had a Field Marshal since 1959. Imran Khan, from his cell, has a name for what Pakistan lives under now. He does not call it martial law. He calls it Azim law. So that is the story. He said no to America. America said, let's see how no you are. The army that called itself his partner took the deal. 6 weeks later, he was gone. 3 years later, he had lost his vision, his freedom, and the right to see his own doctor. The cable is the receipt. The decade is the bill. And the lights in his cell are still on. If you want to see who really runs the country that did this, that file is already open on this channel. Who really runs Pakistan? That is one file, decoded. Country Cipher opens the money, power, and secrets of the world's countries, one at a time. Subscribe until none of it stays buried.